And welcome back to our blind first playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. And we just received a note, and I guess it's Felix, the son of the magister we just met, handed that note to us and says we're in danger and to meet him in the Chantry. But we've made it to Redcliffe here, and I want to have some conversations with some people, kind of run around, check out this town a little bit to start things off, and then see where we take it from there. I want to jump around a little bit. I have a few ideas of places and things I want to accomplish. We also want to get a different crew at some point, but I am loving this. So let's see here. I'm not hearing that, but that's just words appearing. Got it. I wasn't supposed to hear it. Oh, can we start with reading? The annulment at Daresmude. When we heard of the injustices against our fellow mages at the White Spire, the Circle of Magi in Valroyo, I feared what was to come. Our circle at Daresmude is small and isolated. It exists largely as a facade to appease the Chantry. When the other circles rose up, the Chantry sent seekers across the bay from Aisley to investigate. They found us mixing freely with our families, training female mages in the traditions of the seers, and denounced us as apostates. Perhaps they thought we were spineless robes who could be intimidated with a little bloodshed. Before I was first enchanter, I was the daughter of Captain Ravaud of the Felicima Armada. I know how to plan a battle. They brought with them a small army of Templars. We fought, and we might have won, but they invoked the right of annulment, with all the unrelenting brutality that allowed. It is their right to put screaming apprentices to the sword, burn our tainted libraries, crush irreplaceable artifacts under their heels, tear down the very walls of our home. No mage has the right to disagree. Yeah, it's always been just bullshit. I know it has. That's why I'm pro-mage in this. It's like pro what Templars should have been, the idea of Templars, but like they haven't done anything good as far as I'm concerned. We are Daresmude Circle. We wait now behind barricades. I have sent word to our brother and sister mages of this outrage. When they break through, we will not die alone. Final journal entry of First Enchanter Rivella, slain in Daresmude. Oh, I'm getting that. Daresmude. Oh, that's kind of fun. There's just like something written there, but I wonder if you could read it. You can almost. The fashion, just the little artwork in this entire game is beautiful. Like, is that cards? Tarot cards and things? The cards that we're seeing in our game. That's awesome. I'm going to have to buy those. Sears and the Allsmet, 23rd of Ferventus. When I set out for the capital of Ravane, I did not anticipate arriving in the middle of a little provincial festival. The streets are thick with fishermen and farmers coming in from the countryside for some gathering. Rural life apparently breeds fierce rivalries. I've seen more than one fistfight erupt in the square outside the inn. And do they call this music? Excellent wine, however, it must be Antivan. Oh, you jerk. Yeah. 24th of Ferventus, the agreement is sealed. The merchant had more jewelry on his head than Orlesian women do on their fingers, but anyone willing to sell me silk at this price may dress how they please. Sebol, whose title is Anain, is an amiable sort who offered to show me Allsmet tonight. Apparently the village leaders, hedge mages they dub seers, travel to Daresmude twice a year to meet in council, forge trade agreements, and publicly pledge loyalty to Ravane's queen. Deals made at Allsmet are seen as especially auspicious. Sable warned me that sometimes hotheads will attempt to settle old feuds before these seers decree binding judgments here. But there are also feasts, lavish gift-giving ceremonies, musical contests, and other rustic nonsense. This explains the rabble. Still, it might be amusing to sample the local color. I've just witnessed a loudly public exchange between two men trying to outdo each other with ridiculous boasts in the square. The most extravagant liar was applauded and decorated with wreaths by the crowd. The Ravani are lively, I'll grant them that, and not at all afraid to drink with a Tevinter. Ha! Peasant oaf threatened me after I tripped him at a feast. Bit of fire cowed him. Impressed ladies, too. What enlightened attitudes. These people have fantasticas, lovely dancers here. Must remember to get vintage from Innkeep. Label was blue. Okay, so what booze he had. And then 26th of Ferventus, find out who's sleeping on top of me. Bring more robes next year. Okay, from the diary of Bescorus of Virantium. That's kind of fun. Trying to catch all this lore and trying to understand. I'm trying to picture the areas and the countries, and people who do this all the time have a better handle on it probably than I do. Now I know there are definitely some people here. First of all, we'll talk to you, sir. Talwyn.
Inquisition, huh? I wish to holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner. These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch.
Yeah, what's going on with this? And we're going to have to learn, do I have to think of this Tevinter magistrate or magister and all this stuff, and anybody to do with Tevinter is just automatically evil and cancer and stay away from him? I don't know. We have to go talk to his son here. I don't want to... I'm reluctant. I don't want to progress the story too far. I think we got to go meet the father up at the castle. We're going to wait on that, but I think let's go get some more context by talking to the son who left us that note here. But first of all, we're working our way there. Tell me about yourself, sir.
Who are you?
Name's Talwyn, formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hosberg. Lived my whole life there, since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day, quality education, a roof over my head. If you're not summoning demons, a mage tower's a fine place to be.
Aren't you with the rebellion?
If you were happy in the circle, why are you here with the rebels?
We're all rebels now. The vote saw to that. The majority wanted to dissolve the circles. The rest of us went with them or were cut loose.
There are still some of us who are loyal in the Empress's court.
I figured I'm better off with my fellow mages than on my own.
Interesting, yeah. And I have Vivian with us for a moment here to get some context too. What, you don't like Tevinter?
You're not happy with this new alliance?
Something's not right about that lot. They're not like us. Magic or no, I'd rather count myself among decent folk than stand with magisters.
Okay, well tell me about the alliance that's going on now.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
Right into the fire.
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
Hey, fine with me. Who else do we have here? Clements.
Magister Alexius wishes only mages to remain in Redcliffe. He will approve of you. He does not approve of me. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
Okay, why does Alexius disapprove? When did the Tevinters arrive? Let's go with it.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become.
Oh, he's
He says
tranquil.
all tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
Oh, you're tranquil. I see that on his forehead now. It's kind of
I
subtle.
didn't realize, from your speech, I should have recognized you as tranquil.
Yes, my talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade.
And life.
My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires.
Might as well be
Those
dead.
now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
Right. It's the most horrible, horrible thing you could possibly do to a human being. It cut them out like, oh man, it's just as evil. I hate it. I hate it. Just so they either like lobotomize you or murder you. It's horrible. When did the Tevinters arrive?
How long have Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
Okay, we're hearing.
Very well then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not? I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
Yes, join us, get us. We'll take
We
you,
would be
man.
delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
Yeah, we'll hook you up, man. Anything you need. Who's this now? Linnea? Linnea?
I remember you. You were a few years ahead of me in the Ostwick Circle.
Oh, okay.
Really come up in the world, right? Marked by Andraste, ordering Templars about. Must be nice.
Oh, we got some music going now. It's gonna mess us up. Oh, we have another perk too. I don't remember you. How about that?
And you are...
Linnea. I'm not surprised you don't remember me. You were the perfect apprentice, and I barely passed my harrowing. You were the one the first enchanter chose to send to stop the Conclave. I was the one he left here. You're the chosen of Andraste, and I'm just me.
I'm sorry I upset you, and the Tevinters are better.
I never meant to make you feel bad.
Forget it. The Magister's not going to fall for you. We're with Tevinter now, where people respect every mage.
All right. You'll say, and the Tevinters are better?
You'd rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition?
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
We'll ask a couple things. Don't they use blood magic?
But don't magisters summon demons and practice human sacrifice?
The Chantry says whatever they think will scare us. What's wrong with blood magic? People don't like the idea of us controlling their thoughts, but they have no problem with us throwing fireballs in their wars. In Tevinter, the mages police themselves. It works.
All right, I want to help the mages. The Inquisition's different. You need me. I'm going to say I am a mage, so we do want to help. We'll see what that means, but...
I want to make sure we're never locked away in Circle Towers again.
Right, and I'm the Empress of Orlais.
Okay.
Go back to your Templars. We don't need you.
Good. Gotcha. Good, I'm glad she wasn't singing at least for a minute there. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, what do we have here? Oh, and that doesn't even show up as a thing. The crows and Queen Madrigal. The first crow refused to speak, even when we put hot coals to the soles of his feet and peeled the skin off his face and hands with a paring knife. He opted instead to chew through his own tongue and choke to death on the blood. The second captive repeated what we already knew. Queen Madrigal went on a hunt and did not appear for the evening's festivities. Her body was later found with 4 steel swords through the chest. I asked what he knew about one of the 4 swords being a replica of Hessarian's Sword of Mercy. He had not heard about that, or at least claimed as much. He later died on the rack, smiling slightly. The third crow must have realized he would not leave the dungeon alive. He seemed to hope that by angering Master Fiore, he would earn himself a quick death. The crow tried our patience with pithy comments while Master Fiore was trying to work. At one point he made a remark about Fiore's mother, which I shall not repeat here. I will admit to feeling admiration for his ability to retain a capacity for coherent speech and even some wit while under extreme duress. Amid all his useless chatter, this third crow did raise an important point. His guild has a reputation to uphold. They are ruthless, efficient, and discreet. How would they maintain such notoriety if agents routinely revealed the names of employers with something as banal as torture? This gave me pause. I called for a halt to the session. After some thought, I stabbed the man through the heart and set the 4th and 5th crow captives free. If there is a confession to be extracted, it will not be done with pain. I recommended we abandon this course of action. A report by Captain Aristide, tasked with investigating the assassination of Queen Madrigal of Antiva. And what is this marker on here, though? Oh, that's out here. Hushed Whispers. Got it. All right. Well, I think we get to actually leave this building, right?
We all did.
Let me know if you find
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Come on, guys. I guess I need to switch to somebody. Redcliffe looks cool. I'll give you that.
I'm pleased to hear it.
No, I'm pleased to hear it. Okay, so we're in actual Redcliffe now. Let me just take a look here. What I don't want to do is... You know what? I think we're going to hold off on Felix and the Chantry even for a minute. Wait. Confront Tanner in Redcliffe. A letter found on a Templar corpse suggests that someone named Tanner is secretly doing business with the Templars. Let's head over here. This might be the direction of... I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe talking to Felix isn't the worst thing, but...
There were countless bodies lying butchered on the side of the road. If not for the Inquisition, it would have been even worse.
Yeah, people are hearing good
Hid
things.
here behind the village walls and did nothing.
What could we have done? Gone out and died with them?
Oh, so just another plant. Revered...
They say Andraste
Mother.
sent you to save the world. Make us speed you, my child. Good day to you, my child.
Okay, revered mother. Do you support the mages? Are you alone here? Do you support this alliance? Do you support this alliance?
What are your feelings on the mages working with Tevinter?
The Imperium burned on Draste. Since then, we have led 4 exalted marches against them. Yet in all those marches, they still acknowledged the Maker. Now I speak of him and the Magisters laugh. Something has happened, and I dread to learn what.
Ooh, neat. Do you support the mages?
Are you working for the Mage Rebellion?
Mages are children of the Maker, no less than the rest of us. They struggle no less with questions of faith.
Oh, what do you think of circles, though?
Does that mean you support their freedom?
Given a choice between the Circle and death, most mages willingly gave up some small freedoms for safety.
Small
but
freedoms.
The pendulum swings, and now it seems any restraint is too much. I think they should have a chance to prove they deserve freedom.
Ooh, that's not a bad viewpoint.
I don't see any other priests in the village. Where is everybody?
The Magister had the others escorted out for their own safety, but I refused. He can throw me out if he wants. Until then, I tend to my flock.
All right, sounds good.
I will leave you to your duties.
May
Duty.
this feed you, my child.
Funny. Just kidding.
What was the Grand Enchanter thinking, inviting Tevinter here?
Oh. Oh, just elf fruit. I keep saying just elf fruit. But it's like, oh, just more elf fruit, but we'll take it. Right, what the hell's going on over here with this guy? Oh, Sister Tanner. This guy.
Sister Tanner. May I help you?
You may. But I want to look here first. So this is beautiful. Ooh, oh, there's the actual castle, huh? Let's talk to you. What are you working? What's going on?
Make her watch over you.
You're with the Chantry. I know you're a smuggler. I know you're a smuggler.
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
Oh, at the moment, nothing.
For now, nothing.
Fine. Go.
We all did.
Okay, well, I feel like we already confronted her. Now, but, yeah, because we don't have other things. We want to go through this village. I want to talk to these people and work our way back down. But, just changed my mind. We're still going to go talk to this kid. So this is Redcliffe Village Chantry. Everything's just, I'm trying to picture the old village. Right. Why do you say our life is in danger? And why would you warn us? And that's your father. And what's going on? Oh, shit. Oh, there's one inside.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Oh, is this a new... There, can I get it? Fun. Let's see, no, it's, isn't it? I always forget. Dispel, I already messed up. Too late. What am I don't even know how I'm doing that. I'm just trying to hit this guy. And, is that Dispel again? Disrupt this rift. I could use some, yeah, there we go. I just got it. The barrier. I'm trying to think and lose my words. Who's this guy?
Fascinating. How does that work exactly?
We don't know. Exactly.
You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Pavus, most recently of Minrathus. How do you do?
Let one Tevinter in, suddenly they're scurrying out of all the walls like roaches.
Now, I'm ever so much more handsome than a cockroach. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Ooh. Where's Felix? You're a magister? Hold on. Yeah.
Are you a magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Okay, where's Felix?
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
There's something wrong with him.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Most likely, though. Why help us? Quit grandstanding. Did you send the note? Why help us?
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer, not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
Ooh, well that sounds bad. To get here before me? Wait, to get here... well, yeah.
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died?
You catch on quick.
That is fascinating if true, and almost certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down.
Okay.
Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
That's awesome. This is a lot to swallow. Do you have evidence? I don't trust you. I'm gonna say this is a lot to swallow.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter supremacists. They call themselves Venatori.
Ooh.
And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
All right, because of the Herald of Andraste. He doesn't scare me, I'm flattered. How do we stop him? Why are you telling me this? First of all, why are you telling?
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness.
Awesome.
For his own sake. You have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Oh, this is gonna go crazy. This is amazing. What does he want with me?
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
But, right, we gotta find out, is that the people behind this or not? How do we stop them? I'm flattered. He doesn't scare me. How do we stop him?
Do you have any suggestions?
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Like becoming tranquil? Okay. Power +1. Confront Tanner in Redcliffe Village. We already return to the war room. Yes. Exactly. Alright, well, let's look around here for a minute. Ooh. Let's loot the back of this thing. Reinforced scout armor. Ooh, that's going to be good. That's for our Varric, I believe. Well, that just kind of opened the game up, didn't it? Now we're dealing with weird time travel. We're dealing with Tevinter people, but we're also, you know, some are crazy and cult-like, and some might not be as crazy as we think. What do we got here? The troubles of a Chantry scholar. As students of culture, it is important to always recognize your biases. I wear my Chantry perspective openly, for if my readers do not understand the lens through which I view the world, they cannot account for how these biases may color my writing. Gathering accurate information is challenging in a place as vast and fragmented as Thedas. One man may go on at length about lurid dealings with a king, then refuse to provide his name for some proof of the account. Other sources may conflict wildly. Fixing travel to some of the more remote areas of the continent is nothing compared to the difficulty I've had finding contacts I can trust. I cannot tell you how many times reputable people have tried to deceive me, sometimes for personal notoriety, but often in the interest of a pet cause. Trustworthy Kunari, Dalish, and Tevinter contacts are especially scarce, and I prize those I have kept friendly. Often it is I who must earn their trust. Texts, too, can be unreliable. From extensive readings, I have determined that Andraste was a Ferelden or Legion who was born in every town from here to Hosberg, right? What little remains of elven history has been told and retold, shifted and skewed until the tales are unrecognizable. I have particular respect for the dwarves, for there is no other people so obsessed with recording an accurate and complete history. If only the Shapers were as open as the skies they fear. If I can be honest, the long reign of the Chantry has made the recording of reality at times a trial. Most common histories have been rewritten through the filter of my religion. Everything has meaning as it pertains to the Maker, and while this is unavoidable, it sometimes leads to conflicts between what is officially taught by the Chantry and what I have seen with my own eyes. While my belief in the Maker is absolute, only a fool would ignore the lessons to be learned from the other societies and religions. Take the Fade. Was it the kingdom of the Maker, as common knowledge dictates, or the realm of the Tevinter old gods? Few people would contest its existence, but beyond that there is little agreement among scholars. Though there are many who would disagree with me, I have come to believe nothing is for certain. I've met too many people and encountered too many perspectives not to keep an open mind about these things. Perfect. Oh, excerpt from a lecture by Brother Genetivi. Just killing it. Well, that's great. It's awesome that that was the Brother Genetivi with it, too. We got anything else in here? We're going to have to mix up our crew in a minute, I think. Let's check our codex, though, quick. Who'd we just pick up there? Dorian Pavus, who I would love to have in our crew, and then we can do a real all-mage one. But only child and heir presumptive to the senatorial seat of Magister Hallward Pavus. Dorian comes from a prestigious line of mages, prominent in the coastal Tevinter city of Quarenus since the late Exalted Age. At that time, the Imperium was recovering from a failed Exalted March and the Fourth Blight. Gereon Pavus arose as a voice of reason within the magisterium. His block of allies convinced the Imperium not to descend upon the weakened south, to extend a hand of reconciliation to those who had once sought their destruction. That House Pavus remained standing even after Magister Gereon was tried for treason is a testament to the power he built, and, as Dorian himself would claim, an excellent example of how internecine politics in Tevinter can bring low even the brightest star, a lesson he says one should never forget. So, a little something about, was that his father story of? Do we have any more? No, that was it. And what group did we just learn about? It's got to be, oh, the cult, right? The Venatori. I know what you have been telling the others. You mouth the word cult and repeat lies the Chantry has been spewing at us for 1,000 years. Look around you, my friend. See what mighty Tevinter is today, a once proud nation brought low, barely able to hold itself against the Oxmen. The Oxmen, the Kunari, I love it. We neutered our mages at the behest of a foreign religion, exalted their false maker, and became the laughingstock of all Thedas. Now we have the chance to reclaim what is rightly ours, but only if we act. We cannot wait to see which way the wind is blowing. We must make it blow. The Venatori are hunters, recruited in secret over several years. We will descend with deadly purpose to spill the blood of the South and make it ripe for conquest. When we return to our homeland, it will be as victors, with a new god as our patron. Then the cowards who refused to aid us will know their mistake in full. Reported as evidence to the Verantium Circle of Magi. Oh, some craziness. Well, I am glad that we did this right now. That gave some much-needed context. And now we can explore and have fun and do other things.
Do we believe that both Alexius' son and apprentice are turning on him? It seems someone wants to trap us either way.
Then let's make them believe that it's a bad idea.
Awesome. Nice little convo. We can't do anything with Sister yet, huh?
What do you want?
I guess nothing. What I want, though, then is to run through this town and check some stuff out. It's all about perspective, right? Who's telling the story and from what side? I mean, we have Tevinter, and we have the Canary, and we have the Chantry, and we have mages, and we have Templars, and we have the Circle or not the Circle. We got the...
Baker, I hope it's not me.
Oh, who are you?
You're from the Inquisition. I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
Yes, mages should be free. You sound doubtful. No, you should be contained. I'm for free mages, not necessarily, Tevinter cults or anything.
I want this war to end without sending you back to the Circle.
There has to be a way, right? We're not what they think, all blood mages and abominations. We just want to be normal, have families, use our magic to help grow crops or something. We never wanted war. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves?
There are better ways than war to affect change.
Sometimes to achieve the world one desires, one must take regrettable measures.
I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter. That can't be the right way to end this.
Oh, I love it. Tell me about yourself. We're going.
You seem young to be part of this.
I'm Lysas. I came into my magic when I was 9 years old. Templars came into the alienage and took me to the Circle. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not right. I studied hard. I passed my harrowing. I sing the chant. But I'll be locked up for the rest of my life.
That's crazy. So, first of all, that's not some 6-year-old or anything that's like burning people down and stuff. Oh, man. So, all right. Well, that's sad.
You don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's decision?
I was there when we voted to leave the Circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages. It's hard to believe she'd go behind our backs and sell us to the magisters.
Yeah, there's something going on here. When did they actually come?
How long has Magister Alexius been here?
A day or two after.
Right.
After the conclave, he arrived.
How'd he get here so fast? Because he knew.
Come to save us from the wrath of the Templars, they said. But this doesn't feel like safety.
Yeah, so I'm not either he's using time, so he saw what happened, all that, so he's coming almost back. He's from the future, and he came back to get here, so...
Take care of yourself.
To know the time to get here.
Something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a magister.
Yeah, we don't know either. There's something strange is going on. Ooh, elf fruit. We'll always take more. I feel like we're starting to dig into this game. This is still it's a huge game. There's so much to do. I'm just gonna kind of look around. Okay. Ooh, a dwarven bookseller.
Sod it. I can't see a thing with that bright thing up in the sky.
Oh, okay. What kind of books are you selling? Oh, wait. These are weapon schematics. Ooh, Templar greatswords and stuff. Kite shields. Staffs. Or the hilts and the grips. Oh, that's it, huh? I mean, it's interesting stuff, don't get me wrong. I'll start buying later, but I'm just holding on to my cash here for a minute till I know what I want. Oh, let's, we have a rogue with us.
Magister, you're the rightful heir to Redcliffe. In Tevinter, they would never take that away just because you're a mage.
What?
What I did. I'm not even sure I should be here.
It's not your fault. It happened to any of us.
That doesn't help. That's why people hate us. But just stop. You don't know what you're talking about.
Is that Connor? We'll make it there. Hold on. What are we reading?
So each ocularum is made from the skull of a tranquil.
Every skull was... No, done thinking about it. Done.
I had hoped they were safe with the rebel mages. I see that I was mistaken.
I had wondered what had become of them when the mages rebelled. What a tragic waste.
Oh my god. This is what they did to the Tranquil. Hold on a second. They're like, we got to understand this. A skull set upon a staff. These macabre artifacts cause magical shards in the area to glow with magical radiance when a viewer looks through the eyes of the skull. So they're like trying to collect shards. So Alexius was quite clear in his orders. We must scour the countryside to find more of the shards. Without them, the Venatori cannot claim the treasure our master seeks. Ooh, for that we need the Oculara. Without them, the shards are nearly impossible to find, even if they are no longer cloaked by whatever magic hid them for all these centuries. So now I want to go back to that oasis and keep unlocking stuff, because the stories are all kind of becoming interrelated. There must be more Tranquil in the area. The rebels abandoned most of them when they fled the circles. Remember, the skull will only attune properly if the Tranquil is in close proximity to one of the shards when the demon is forced to possess him. Even then, the blow must be delivered immediately. The Ocular produced from the Tranquil killed even minutes later failed to illuminate the shards when used. So Tranquil can still be possessed in some way too, so that's all bullshit. I trust you to continue your efforts in this matter. Our master expects success. A letter found in an abandoned house in Redcliffe. Dark, dark, dark shit. So. Oh, we're hearing some stuff. Oh, I'm hearing little voices and whispers. Oh, just what a nightmare. Let's hop back to our guy. I swear. Who is this? And also with you. That's damn Connor. That is Connor.
Are you Connor?
You've heard the story, I guess. I can't believe the Queen thought Redcliffe was the right place to send the mages. I mean, it was nice of her to offer refuge, but I don't think the people here wanted me or anyone like me in this town ever again.
Oh my god, dude. Tell me about what you did.
You were behind the siege of Redcliffe 10 years ago?
That's me. The boy with Redcliffe's blood on his hands.
It wasn't your fault. We don't know that. I'm surprised you're here. They should have killed you. Well, from what I heard, it wasn't your fault.
Weren't you possessed? It wasn't you who did those things.
Wasn't it? I let the demon in. Sometimes when I dream, I remember what happened. I see the death and destruction, and it's me. It's all me.
Oh, what happened to Arl Aemon? What, your father, right? When did you join the rebels and you don't approve of Tevinter? Let's hear it.
Why isn't Arl Aemon in power anymore?
Aemon.
After the lands meet, he stayed in Denerim. I couldn't be his heir, not after what happened. So eventually he passed the title to Uncle Tegan.
Uncle Tegan?
How did you end up in the Mage Rebellion?
I was living in the Ferelden Tower when the circles dissolved. I voted against it, but at first it seemed all right. No one was summoning demons. They just wanted to oversee themselves. But then the magister came, and it's wrong what they do in Tevinter. We are monsters. We need to be controlled. If it wasn't for me, every family in this village wouldn't be missing a son, a daughter, a spouse.
Come on now. Like, I get his perspective, though. He wants to just, like, punish himself for choices he made or things that were allowed, or, you know, it's like, if it wasn't for me, you can't live that way. You can't give up all freedom.
You're not in favor of the alliance with Tevinter?
Alliance? Is that what they're calling it? That magister threw my uncle out into the street. He signed us into servitude. This is my home. Redcliffe, Ferelden. No matter what evils I've done, I would never have invited Tevinter here.
Okay, well, we hear you, Connor.
I need to be going.
Please, talk some sense into the Grand Enchanter. Selling out to the Imperium won't win us any friends. We have to find a way to make peace.
All right, well, wow, we talked to him, though. That's cool. Just the story coming back. Let's, oh, Lore's sitting out here. Lore. The Dwarven Merchants Guild. The Dwarven Merchants Guild is, without question, the most powerful surface dwarf institution. It has become what the Assembly is to the people of Orzammar, a prestigious club that everyone wants to belong to, and the surest means to obtain power and fortune. The guild's leaders can always trace their lineage back to noble or merchant caste houses in Orzammar. The guild regulates trade between the Dwarven city and the surface, and so quietly controls the entire economy of Orzammar, though the ruling king or assembly would never admit it. The guild is heavily conservative, but has started to get more of the ascendants, especially banking families, into its membership, which has caused no small amount of infighting in the guild. From the Dowager's Field Guide to Good Society by a Lady Alcyone. Hey, or Alcyone? I don't know. Alright, oh, don't fall in the water. I hear we can't swim. We'll just scream. Oh my god, what is all this stuff? There's just stuff everywhere. I guess, oh, onyx ain't... Yeah, I was thinking onyx, you know. Sticky Fingers, anybody? Look it up if you don't know the song. Oh, we got some tunes kicking in a little. Sledgehammer. There's songs everywhere. Every item represents a song. Peter Gabriel. Yeah. Well, I mean... Oh, almost missed this whole chest here, huh? I haven't found amazing things yet, I feel like. Scout mail isn't bad. Silver earrings, that's money. That's money. Where are we at here? 27 is 75.
May could be with you.
And also with you. I can't stop it. I can't stop saying that. It's like it's just an automated response here. Oh, there's like... What's this guy got? He's got lore behind him. Did we not just... Or was that... Oh, the Carta. What? Weird, that was weird. It wouldn't let me see it. But let's find out what's up with the Carta. We've heard of such things. The Carta, the castless dwarves of Orzammar, have few prospects. Consigned to live in crumbling ruin on the... By the way, we haven't really... Have we gone any... We haven't been any deep roads or any of that stuff yet, which is weird. Consigned to live in a crumbling ruin on the social and economic fringes of the mighty dwarven capital, most resort to begging, prostitution, or crime. Just as all rivers eventually join the sea, all castless who turn to crime eventually become part of the Carta. So you can't blame, like, they're castless. They have, like, no options. So the hero of Ferelden decimated the ranks of this ancient gang, which he feels bad about, while rallying the dwarves to join in the battle against the archdemon Earthamil. Yeah, we'll get to it. Unable to recover the power they once had in Orzammar, they turned their attention topside, using groups of surface-dwelling dwarves to smuggle weapons, lyriums, surface luxuries, people, and other goods between Orzammar and human lands. Despite the flow of business, its members are still desperate and violent. No strong leader to rein in their excesses. They have little sense of dwarven honor and freely break their word, double-cross allies, and renege on deals. From The Stone and Her Children, Dwarves of the Dragon Age by Brother Genetivi. Thank you, brother.
Day.
Yeah, good day. Oh, what else? What else am I missing?
Yes, sir.
Is that elf fruit? I don't... We just gotta skip sometimes.
But look at
oh,
the
that was
sky,
spindleweed.
and those stories about all that magic at the conclave.
They're naught but stories, dear. Rabbit does not flee its burrow when it hears the wolf prowling about. Now is the time to stay close to home.
Would that I could.
Oh, Widower. What's up, Widower?
Ah, Senna, my darling. For the first time in all these years, I fear I will not be visiting your ashes.
Oh, sorry.
What world is this? That demons and brigands stop a man from taking flowers to his wife's shrine.
I can take those flowers. I will. Give them to me.
What if I took flowers to your wife's shrine for you?
I do not know what to say, except thank you. I never expected anyone not of the blood to care. My Senna would be grateful. Her shrine lies on a hill to the west, near the Tablestones.
And a dragon. Wait.
Thank you.
I don't think so. The Tablestones.
Stay safe.
Walk in peace.
Okay. Stay safe yourself. Walk in peace. I did not run all the way out here yet. I think I want to. Because the more I keep playing this damn game, the more thorough I'm getting, I think. And we're here for it, man. It'll be fine. We're getting through it. Like, I can already see that. This is a huge game.
Good day.
We'll be at episode 100 very, very soon. And then there's other games to play one day, so... And then one day there's always playing this all over again. If anybody on the channel at that point is interested, I'll have to have hopefully the channel builds, do a good poll. so pretty. Oh, there's the watermill.
Good day.
A good eye to you, mate.
Good day.
Chantry will step in soon enough to put a stop to this foolishness, child. You'll
The
see.
Inquisition.
Yes.
Thank the Maker you came. Tell me you're here to reinstate the circles and end this madness.
Let's talk to him. Who are you? Who are you, first of all?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Hanley Dervain of the Cumberland Circle of Magi. I heard of your miraculous survival at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and I am so honored to meet you.
Playing around with my tea off to the side here, guys. I have like a thermos. Why do you want circles? Why do you want circles? Hold on.
I thought this was the stronghold of the rebellion. Why do you want the circles back?
I never supported this rebellion. I'm a loyal Andrastian, and I deplore the chaos this war has wrought. The Templars rebelling, the murder of the Most Holy. I can scarce live with the guilt.
Then why are you here? Period.
Then what are you doing in Redcliffe?
No place else to go?
Circles voted. Rebellion won out. What was I to do? Launch a counter-rebellion on my own?
Right.
I followed my first enchanter's lead, as I always have. She brought us here.
How about Tevinter?
I take it you don't support the Tevinters?
Tevinters.
Andraste's ashes, never. They don't even sing the right chant. And they sacrifice children, don't they? I don't know how the Grand Enchanter could think of accepting their offer. You can get us out of this bargain, can't you? Before we're all shipped off to the Imperium like cattle.
Where are they?
I haven't seen anyone from Tevinter in the village.
They're all at the castle, plotting, no doubt.
All right, well, we're out.
Thank you for your time.
It's been an honor.
Because we're not headed to the castle yet. We're kind of looking around. We should plant this.
Good day.
Unlock Hero of Ferelden. Why not? What do you got for us here? The hero of Ferelden belonged to the Circle of Magi in Ferelden, residing in this is our story, right? Residing in the tower at Lake Calenhad for most of his life. First, Enchanter Irving recommended the hero to Grey Warden Commander Duncan. Shortly after the hero's harrowing, Duncan recruited him into the Order. After defeating the Archdemon and ending the Fifth Blight, the hero of Ferelden took up the mantle of Warden Commander. He began the task of rebuilding the Order in Ferelden, serving with honor until his disappearance several years later. His current whereabouts are unknown. Alright. We got a store in here. Let's just see.
Good day.
Good day
Would
to
you
you.
care to trade?
Or Legion. What do we got here? Just a bunch of stuff. Things. Hammers. Items. Any, I don't know enough to know what's good and bad yet. All I know is that's what they do here. Don't see anything else popping up. We're gonna roll with it. We came in through this way, yes.
Travel safely.
What do you need?
I need to see what you're selling, dude. Master Work Scout Armor. Bunch of different mails and armors, okay. Boots. Oh, none of this stuff is bad, but I think we're finding things that are working for now.
Greetings,
I mean, if we start dying and we don't have places to go, we'll start
Could be better.
working harder. This is the back. I'm trying to circle my way through Redcliffe here.
Make her be with you.
Make her be with you. Make her be with you. Make her be with you. Make her be with you. Make her be with you. Okay. One-eyed Jimmy.
Please,
Just the guy I was
are you
looking
with
for.
the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
Wait, what do you mean special?
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice?
He's a very special ram.
Okay. What's the problem? Where is this ram?
Your ram has gone missing?
Yes. I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back. He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
Perfect.
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
Right, because now we might end up, over there and wandering around the hinterlands. We're getting all these missions set up. I love it. Shocking Staff might be worth trading up. We'll check it out later. Oh, we get some more reading. Hero in Every Port. Ballad of Nuggins. Oh, can we hear this one? Oh, we haven't even heard it. Or now that we unlocked it, will we hear it? Oh, the best of us ran when the dreadnought was sighted. Nuggins, Nuggins, for he heard the call. Tripped 9 Canary, and that's why he's knighted. Nuggins, Nuggins, as brave as he's small. Oh, a shore of pirates, the worst set to happen. Nuggins, Nuggins, his heart pure and true. Tripped him an admiral, now he's our captain. Nuggins, Nuggins, for me and for you. Oh, the blight was upon us, and we found no pardon. Nuggins, Nuggins, now he'll make a stand. Tripped up the darkspawn, and now he's a warden. Nuggins, Nuggins, for all in the land. Oh, paraded through Kirkwall as hero in winter. Nuggins, Nuggins, stubborn and vicious. Tripped by a viscount, and now he's for dinner. Nuggins, Nuggins, of course he's delicious. From Small Legends of Nugs and Foxes. Collected by Filium, a bard. I love it. The lore in this makes me so happy, guys. I'm happy with the balance of, like, we run around, eventually we're going to be into some, like, heavy, just non-stop fighting episodes and stuff, but there's just so much to talk about, discuss, have conversations with people, read the lore that's going on, just have discovery and looking around.
Greetings, traveler.
Good day.
Good day. We're going to come up here and find out what this question mark is about. And I think we need to head over that way, too. Is that the way we came in? If you can see, I'm kind of like doing like a little, kind of a circle. Oh, there we go. Milady, not you. Yeah, and we put her in this because this is something she can wear that has a better armor value. It's not because I think she looks the best in it. I liked her in the crazy outfit that we saw her originally in, but we'll see what's going on with the yellow leggings and stuff. Oh, deft hands and fine tools. So we got to remember there's a door here and a door at the horse farm or whatever. You know what? We can come back to us. I just think we need to lead the way when possible. Wait, is there something else up here? Oh, it's just elf fruit. You know what? If I've already made the effort. Let's find out what this, who's in here. Some other mission, right? Hinterland's healer.
Too many
An
people
agent,
dying
maybe.
for want of simple herbs. My apologies. Can I help you?
Oh, what kind of herbs do you need?
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Herbs.
Yes. We've many injured from attacks by those cursed Templars. I need the herbs to treat people's wounds.
The herbs.
It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need.
Okay. Can you help with the refugees?
There are refugees at the crossroads who would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. These attacks by the Templars have endangered countless innocent lives. But if I go to the crossroads to help, I might end up in danger myself. I doubt those refugees would risk their lives for a knife here. Why should I risk mine for them?
Oh, Solas. We got Solas with us.
Save yourself, and all the villagers will remember is that you hid, even though they did the same. If you help the refugees, they may not love you, but they will hold their tongues before calling you knife ear.
All right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there, I might be safer, regardless. I'll see you at the crossroads soon. Just give me a moment to gather my things.
I already convinced her. I didn't know, did I have something else I was supposed to do? What's the list? A healing hand, quest completed. Because we already took care of it? Or... Oh, a comment, bring the herbs to the healer. Is she still here? Can we do it?
May I help you?
I found your herbs. Just
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
This is
Herbs.
exactly what I needed.
Wait, is she still low?
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes, I need them to keep wounds from going bad. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for your help.
Okay, do we have a new list? Bring the herbs to the healer. I thought we already did it. Yep, that's fine. Redundancies. What is this now? I feel like... Are we just done? We just need to get the hell out of here? We'll come back and talk to her. I don't understand. You can dig
A
it.
pleasure to see you again.
A pleasure to see you.
You hear it?
Okay, where did we come in from this place? We came in up here. Very good. Oh, and this is the village going across the water. The castle is up and over, right? Oh. Inside. Oh, okay, here's our bridge we can't get across. Good.
Land of spirits and demons. Magic grows wild in the hills of Redcliffe.
I thought we already talked to the storyteller. Okay,
And
up
how
here.
much did you need?
Greetings, traveler.
What, elf root? Is he out there selling elf root on the corner?
We'll see.
Oh. I think it's too locked, right?
Alright. You want to do more to help?
Damn it, we'll find out. Deft hands find tools. Parkour. I don't like it.
And how much did you need?
We can't get up there. So it's going to have to be in the wheelhouse. I think there's something inside that we can't get to.
That's why.
All right. Where are we at on the map again? I feel like we're doing pretty damn well here. Redcliffe Windmill. Got this crazy confront Tanner, but I don't understand why we can and we can't. I think we've done everything I want to do here for a minute. Let's hit that quest map. Let's get back to Haven for a moment. We got to go check in at the war room, see what's going on, let people know what's been going on at Redcliffe with this weird time stuff. We need to switch up crew members. I think Cassandra could have been a good one to be involved with some of that stuff, but I think we still got good conversations. It was fun. All right. We are back. I think everybody's probably going to have something nice to say to us, but let's just head on through here. See if anybody talks to us. If not, let's get to the war table first, and then take on everything else from there. I think there are probably some good conversations. We might be able to finish off with some fun ones here.
Walk in peace.
Walk in peace. Oh, yep, we have... Wait, that's Josephine. There's Vivian. Giselle.
Thank you for all that you are doing to us.
I'll tell
Guise.
the apothecary what you need right away. Thank you.
Two things. I never read that book, I don't think. There.
Thank you.
Dream Rags. And the Children of Andraste. Did we already get that one? There are many misconceptions regarding Andraste's bloodline, Monsieur. This is due, I think, to a general lack of knowledge regarding Andraste's mortal life. Understandable? Yeah, we just got this one, right? And Wraith in there. We'll check. If we already had the Wraith, we'll just have the addition to it. I'm not sure. This is due, though, I think, to a general lack of knowledge regarding Andraste's mortal life. Understandable considering the many cults that arose following her death. Everyone sought to claim Our Lady for their own culture or claimed some aspect of her existence was a lie. All of them complete fabrications. My order was done considerable research to ascertain the truth. We all know Andraste and the Betrayer raised 5 children. The eldest 3 were sons, Isarath, Avirion, and Verald. The rule of what was once southern Tevinter was split among them. Isarath was given the west, which is today Orlais. Avirion was given the east, which is today the Free Marches, and Verald was given the central Plen-Asine, which is today Navarro. What became of these men and their legacies is the stuff of legend, and we've heard some of those stories. And the majority of the claimants to Andraste's bloodline link back to one of them. None of the 3 sons, however, were born of Andraste. They were born of the Betrayer's concubine, Gillivan. People chose to overlook the fact that Andraste came from the Alamari tribesmen and that they were barbarians, not the Fereldans we know today. They were savage warriors who took concubines in addition to their wives. And because Andraste was thought to be too weak to bear children, the Betrayer took Gillivan to provide him heirs, which she did. After her death, the sons were raised as Andraste's own. Later in life, Andraste proved predictions wrong and had 2 daughters by the Betrayer, Ibris and Vivile. They were kept out of the public eye and not permitted to marry, though both had consorts. Ibris had but 1 child, Ali Vamar, who perished on a voyage to Denerim, less than a month after her mother fell to plague, and without children of her own, and without children of her own. The younger daughter, Vivial, I'd say it all wrong, was more controversial. A strong-headed woman who defied her family by falling in love with a mage of Tevinter. Regulon was his name, it looks like. Vivial and Regulon went into self-imposed exile as the Exalted March began, and into hiding following Andraste's betrayal and murder. What became of Vivial and her descendants is largely unknown for one primary reason. She had only daughters. Each of those daughters only had daughters. They married into the families and took their names, and in the chaos of the Second Blight, all traces of survivors were lost. Andraste's true bloodline, if it exists, lies solely in the descendants of Vivial, and the suspicion of my order is that it produces only daughters. Thus, the claims of your young man, Monsieur, are highly suspect. Wow. From a letter by Sister Galena of the Augustan Order, or Augustan. That is neat to me. That's crazy. Well, let's find out what's going on in the war room, though. Just that there are descendants, probably, of Andraste out there, and the story itself, and how all these stories are just, they're all mixed up lies, you know, through time. It's neat, neat, neat. What do you believe? What do you choose to believe? All right, so, we do have an Inquisition perk. You know what I would love to do is, can we, extra XP, Sterling Reputation, favor for a favor, can we pick locks? Where's the tools? Pardon me, getting something in my eye. Barter by Bell, Enchanter, Alondra. So these are all the people that we've picked up so far. Let's see, Inquisition, Imperial Court Tailoring, more capacity, Tempered Flasks, one more potion slot, exclusive training. Oh, that's just for us. Yep. We have to be able to get into this. Hold on. Optimal Cutting, extra herbs, Eagle-Eyed, gain increase with looking at, I don't care about that. Oh, there's Deft Hands, Fine Tools. 4 points needed in category. Does that mean I have to put people, what is points into category? Not using them, right? But like I should have people that just show up? Is that what we want? The training gear and experience working with Master Locksmiths needed to tackle the toughest and most ingenious locking mechanisms. Allows all rogues in the party to open masterwork locks. So it's, yeah, it's, which is great. But 4 points. Are points in the category? Let's just see here. Who have we recruited? 4 points needed in the category. I don't have any, right? One more thing. Inquisition. Is it connections? So we have 3 here. 5 points needed. Exacting buyers. The rare stocks. So there's some things that you need to get otherwise. Oh, I want the Deft Hands. Is there anything here that we would want anyway? 10% chance to reserve extra herbs. Gain a collection of tier 1 herbs. No, I don't want any of this crap. So tell me, if you're watching this without me having to look it up, do I have to put 4 points into that, or do I have to find 4 agents before that unlocks? Just so I don't understand completely. Killing foes. I'm not worried about weight distribution. Oh, increase the maximum number of potions the party can carry by 4. Yeah, why not? Do that one. Okay, so back to the table here. What do we got? What do we got? Missing soldiers. We have the Hushed Whispers. Champions of the Just. We're not looking to do any of those at the moment. Scout the Hinterlands. Completed. Secrets. We avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We located Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refuses. Oh, we already completed. Well, why are we completed this? Why? It's weird to me that it says completed. We completed this one. We already read it, though. Upon the Waking Sea, we'll go with that one. The Alamari runes found in the mountain passages outside Haven have finally given up more of their secrets, pointing to one of the larger islands off the northern coast of Ferelden. The island is quite large and covered in dense wilderness, so searching it will be an involved process. According to the runes, however, there should be some connection to the original disciples of Andraste and the guardian of the Sacred Ashes. Yeah, let's get that going. This requires stealth, a few skilled agents given enough time to quietly search the lands. That's for Leliana. Josephine, I know of a few adventurers trustworthy enough to send to the islands. Let them search and report back to us. Or Cullen, saying, as soon as we show interest in the area, others will follow, so let's go in force and occupy the islands. Stealth or occupation? You know, I think stealth.
Let's see what we have.
I'm not worried about that taking hours. We'll get to it later, right? Let's get a few initiated. What do we have here? Choose successor and leads. Oh, ancestral shield here. Okay, Sister Leliana, my thanks for the timely information regarding the threat to young Monet. As I'm sure you have heard, Lady Carolina has been disgraced as a result of making such an undignified attack on a young lady, and has retired to the country in shame. The young Duchess herself is quite aware that she has you to thank for her position, and she has pledged the city of Lydes to your Inquisition's cause. Yours in gratitude, Mother Renee. And we got the ancestral shield of Lydes. Somebody's going to put that on. Now, we made it over, you can't see, we made it to the shards. We'll have to go back there when we want. Utilize the Grey Warden treaties we've done. I think we've completed most of the stuff here. I don't think there's anything else I want to do at the moment. The missing soldiers we'll scout later. I'm just not ready to do it. We have so many places unlocked. Let's see. Now, we were supposed to come here. Is this going to cutscene us? No. Hold on a minute here. First of all, let's check this codex. Yeah, what they gave us. Oh, this was on the Wraiths earlier. Which I think we probably already read the Wraiths. It's just giving us bonus combat against them. Let's see. Oh, well, no, we did not, I think. Like wisps, Wraiths are sometimes thought to be the remains of spirits or demons that have been destroyed. They cannot shape the fate around themselves, nor are they capable of mimicking forms they see in the minds of dreamers, as many weaker spirits do. Instead, they are the scavengers of the Fade, dwelling in the shadows of stronger beings, feeding on scraps of thought and emotion. Researched. Damage against demons increased. Hell yeah. Updated Wraith. But what I was trying to see here was like with our journal. Not business arrangements. I swear we had, it said come back and go to the war room. In hushed whispers, return to the war room. Did we not just return to the war room? I'm confused. Let's try one more time. Maybe it's going to trigger something now. Make any damn sense. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Our choices we have here in hushed
What
whispers.
have your ears heard, Leliana?
Are there?
Anything new we don't already know about?
No, nothing.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's read this real quick. Note, choosing the mages will make it impossible to work with the Templars. And choosing the Templars will make it impossible to work with the mages. So, from this one, recommended level 4 to 7. Leliana and Josephine have been working tirelessly to convince, coerce, and win some of Orlay's most influential houses. 10 noble families will help the Inquisition pressure the Templars into sealing the breach. Traveling to Therenfall, Redoubt, and demanding the Lord Seeker deal with them or face the wrath of Orlay. The Inquisition has promised the Herald of Andraste and its voice in these negotiations. Neat. This one. Redcliffe Castle and the mages who could close the breach are under the control of Magister Gereon Alexius, a Venatori cultist with an unhealthy interest in Trevelyan and the power to reorder time itself. He has kindly invited Trevelyan to the castle alone to negotiate. It's an obvious trap, but Leliana and her agents can infiltrate the castle and remove the Ventori threat while Alexius's attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best chance. So we're way over level for this stuff. If we wanted, we could choose a side. I don't want to choose a side yet. At least not at this exact moment. there's so much we could do before that. I mean, it's recommended level 4 to 7 if you want, but is there any reason I wouldn't be doing this? But I'm going to talk, let's talk to Josephine for a minute. Anything new going on?
What may I do for you?
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Okay, got it. We've already kind of gotten
Let's
into
speak
that.
later.
Farewell.
I don't know that she has a whole lot more for us. I want to go talk to Vivian, see what she has to say.
With passioned breath does the darkness creep. It is the whisper in the night, the lie upon your sleep.
Okay, lady. All right, Vivian.
Yes?
Tell me about the circle. Any chance we might... Oh, God. Tell me about the circle.
I
Let's
wanted
just
to
her
ask
a
you
little
about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the Templars.
You must have an opinion of the Templars after living so long in the Circle.
Having opinions about Templars, my dear, is exactly like having opinions about mages or Navarrans or men. I have known some who were impossible to endure and some who were utterly charming. I have suffered insults at the hands of those in the armor, but no more than I endured from nobles or tradesmen in Val Royaux. Personally, I have found the Templars a useful tool, skilled at keeping more unpleasant elements at bay.
As long as it works for her, right. Wasn't the circle disbanded, yeah?
If the Circle disbanded, how can you still belong to it?
The circle is an idea, my dear, and an idea cannot be dissolved. Many of the first enchanters voted for rebellion, caring little that anything short of a unanimous decision would pit mage against mage. Rather than dissolving it, Grand Enchanter Fiona's vote split the circle in two. The rebels follow her, the loyalists follow me.
But where are the loyalists? Because they're all out. Nobody... Yeah, I don't know. It seems like there's either apostates or there's people over there. Where are all the loyalists? Shouldn't you replace Fiona? What was your circle like? How did the rebellion start? Well, Wes, shouldn't you replace Fiona, then?
If you lead all the loyalists, why are you only First Enchanter and not Grand Enchanter?
Grand Enchanters are elected, and since there are no First Enchanters besides myself, no vote can be held. I could name myself Grand Enchanter, but the title holds no meaning now. When the circles are restored, that will change.
Yeah, she wants those circles restored, though. What was your circle like?
I've never been to the Montsemart Circle. What was it like?
A place of great history and tradition, with the greatest library of magical history outside of the Imperium. It was deeply involved in the Great Game, as you might expect of anyone living in Orlais. The mages there were quite competitive, but it was stimulating to be always pushed to exceed the abilities of my peers.
Awesome. Sorry, the candles look really cool, too. I've been noticing that all the time. How did the rebellion actually start?
How did we come to this state where the Circle's in revolt?
You, my dear, are far too wise not to have realized that many of our colleagues live with their eyes closed. Safe from the world inside their towers, they thought only of the Templars and their own resentment. Kirkwall gave the world a reason to remember its fear of magic. A mage killed hundreds with a snap of their fingers. Across Thedas, a new tangible fear of magic grew. Commoners and nobles alike called out to the Chantry for protection. But the malcontents in the towers thought nothing of this. They cared only for themselves and for their anger at the new Templar restrictions. When a mage attempted to assassinate Divine Justinia, again, the mages protested the investigation. The leadership chose to vote on independence based on the intolerable conditions imposed by the Templars.
Where's the
Bearing
quotes?
no thought to the fact that magic was more feared in the aftermath of these attacks than it had been since Tevinter's day. So long as they had their freedom, they could care little for riots, angry mobs, or about pitting mages against each other.
But, hold on. Are we mad at the mages for not just laying down and getting fucked? Like, man, what was going on in Kirkwall? Like, they're being lobotomized, they're being caged, like just craziness. And because the mages rose up and burned everything down, now the whole world just goes, oh, look, mages are bad. Look, mages are bad. Like, no. The people who are suppressing were bad. You beat a dog long enough, it is gonna bite. It's gonna bite the hell out of you, and it's not the dog's fault. So now the argument is, like, can the dog be saved or not once it's been beaten and so horrible? You know, there's no right. We get in a weird cyclical thinking with it, but I love it. I don't love her, but I'm just like saying, let's get into it.
Are you familiar with Grand Enchanter Fiona?
We've met. Before her horrendously ill-timed and selfish vote for independence, I thought her adequate at her job. In her dotage, she could not handle looking after the well-being of so many people. We would have done better to replace her years ago, to let her spend time gardening.
Yeah, the condescension just drips from Vivian, because Vivian knows everything. Vivian's the boss.
Did they have cause to rebel?
In the aftermath of their terrorist attacks? Was that really the most opportune time to break away?
Oh, it was
By
opportune.
all means, protest abuses by the Templars. Just don't do it in a way that says mages support wholesale murder. By voting when they did, my colleagues all but declared war upon the ordinary people of Thedas. A war in which we are outnumbered 100 to 1.
Yeah, because they're already being just hunted down like as children and thrown into cages, basically. And then if you don't do well enough, they lobotomize you or just kill you. So mages are fighting mages.
I thought the fighting was only between mages and Templars. Why are mages fighting mages?
The vote for independence was carried by only a small margin, but Fiona chose to let the motion stand. Those who opposed a rash declaration of war against the entire free world had little choice. By breaking from the Chantry when they did, the rebels declared themselves in support of mass murder. Anyone who did not wish to support terrorism and the slaughter of innocents was forced to take arms against the rebels.
Bullshit. Sorry. Yeah, if you side with the oppressed who rose up, and people who did bad things, you're a terrorist and everybody deserves to die. Wow, crazy. Vivian. Let's get over and see how Leliana's doing.
Walk in peace.
Yeah, we are walking peacefully until you interrupted
Yes?
us. See here.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
How do you know Josephine?
You seem to know Josephine quite well.
I met her a long time ago, but we didn't become good friends until years later. After the Blight, in fact. I'd just returned to Val Rayo, and she welcomed me back by throwing a diplomatic ball. She was the Antivan ambassador at the time, you see. The ball was... alright. Too many politicians. At midnight, Josie and I left to find a real party. We've been friends ever since.
A real party?
What do you consider a real party?
It's not a real party until someone's small clothes are pinned to a chantry board. And that's all I'm saying about it.
We can continue this conversation later.
You know where I am.
That sounds like a little bit of innuendo. We can continue this conversation later. You know where I am. Alright, Solus. What do we have over here that I'm missing, by the way?
Judge me whole. Find me well within your grace. Touch me with fire that I be cleansed.
Why not?
Tell me I have sung to your approval.
Oh, God. Yes, let me whip myself and wear hair shirts to show that I'm worthy. Alright. Where are you at, Solus?
Greetings.
Goodbye.
We'll
love
talk
it.
later.
Goodbye.
That's fine with me. I just want to know, when the... Oh, let's double check some stuff here. Let's see if we can upgrade our potions at all. Healing, obviously. Increased healing. We need a Dawn Lotus. We don't have it. What do we have here? Research 1 Black Lotus. We still don't have it. Rock Armor. We have Crystal Sage, 18. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know that we're going to keep it or use it that much, but if we need to later, we'll get into it. Did we already get the Jar of Bees going? Oh, 25 Blood Lotuses. We only have 23. Sounds good. And this
if
is...
Figure can get what I need, I'll pay the bastard myself.
Okay.
You're back. And in one piece.
Wait, did we... You're a bit cranky. How are things? Yeah.
For a healer, you don't seem particularly nurturing.
I'm not a healer. I'm an alchemist who's forced to play mother hen. You want something to burst into flame on contact with the air? Done. Gladly. Patching up wounded soldiers is a waste of my time and talents. But there are few around who can help.
Okay, how do I order potions? How are things in general?
How are your people holding up?
No one's declared me a heretic recently, so I won't complain.
All right, well, let's get out of here.
Farewell.
Fare thee well, sir. Solus, you're still doing your thing. What the hell? What did I just miss there? What? Why? Is that just the table? Oh, it's the 2 tables. I hate that. It's not an item. Alright, let's go over here. I think,
Come to me, child.
Oh, Sarah will be
I
fine.
shall embrace you.
Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
I do like that they put her back in her normal clothes when we're hanging out here, so... oh, you don't fit the Inquisition. Just get rid of her. Investigate. Carry on. Tell me about your background. Tell me about your friends. I need a lock picked. Oh, wait. Are there any locks to pick here? Hold on a second. Investigate. Any opinions on our allies?
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things or the ones who give orders?
How about Varric?
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
And Cassandra?
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
Awesome. Solas.
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
Interesting. My advisors.
What do you think about our spymaster, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her, too.
Probably.
Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now, Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it. And Cullen, I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair, though.
Nice hair. It looks better than it used to, right? Ooh, now let's go around. Vivian?
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a
Vivienne.
bitch, but she knows. She better.
Yep. I find that, too, that is one of her pluses, is that she knows she's a bitch. So it's like, she's a badass, you know? You can call her a bitch, or like just a strong ass person who's like not going to take any shit. So and knows her stuff. Let's go with Blackwall.
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
He's too good, right? I'd like to see him out of that uniform. Not like that.
Well, maybe. What? How about the Bull?
Thoughts on Iron Bull?
He makes me wonder about things. I mean, what do their women look like? Woof.
That's awesome.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here.
Yeah, you will. Love it.
We'll have
right.
that for you right away.
Oh, that good music, but I've been hitting a lot of the music lately. We're going to relax for a minute. Ooh, tell me about Red Lyrium. How the hell did we get that?
The Red Lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered Red Lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
Right. And the entire world. What is it exactly? What can it do? Why was it in the temple?
How did the Red Lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the thaig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the Deep Roads? That's not a cheery thought.
All right, and what is it exactly?
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What can it do?
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
That's crazy.
I think that's enough on Red Lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Oh, we understand, man. Oh, so now Primeval Red Lyrium deposits found. Oh, so I've already found some. Now I can actually look at them. Okay. Never mind. I have questions about Hawk. Didn't we already have that? Let's go into a personal question
Can I ask
first.
you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
How do you know Cassandra?
How
Let's
do
go
you
through
and
it.
Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
All right. What do you do? Where are you from? Where are you from? Let's do that.
You from Ferelden? Orlais?
Free Marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
Was in my mind. What do you do?
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
Okay. Well, that's cool. What books do you write?
You're an author?
Tons
What kind
of
of books
stuff.
have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
Oh, you're so awesome, man. Could you do Leliana's job? No, I don't think he could, but we'll ask.
If you've run a spy network, why is Liliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
So he's a better guide. What shops do you own?
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in moneylenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
All right. Tell me about the damn crossbow, Bianca.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. There's a hidden shop in Kirkwall called the Black Emporium. I found her in a barrel labeled swag. The owner sold her to me for a ham sandwich and a pair of yellow ruffled pants.
For some reason, it didn't even occur to me that the actual Black Emporium in this game is obviously, it's not just a Black Emporium, it's back in Kirkwall. So, like, I'm going to want to go there and do that sometime. But why Bianca? Why the name, right?
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
Oh, why not?
And the reason for that is?
He doesn't want to.
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Oh, we're going to find out one day,
Thanks,
right?
Varric.
No problem.
Love it. We have so much good stuff to go do. Let's get down here, though. Sir, doctors, no. Wait. Oh, that guy's out here. That's going to be the Bull and Mr. Black Wall. And we have Cullen, Krem. We got them all. They're all going crazy.
Travel safely.
Talk to Blackwall, just see if he has anything new to say.
Research
Probably
Renee
not.
has notes on alloys that may prove more effective against demons.
Oh, does she? Well, we'll take anything that gives our blades a bit more bite. You mages aren't half bad.
I am no longer a mage.
Oh, this is who we brought
Even
in.
better.
Nice. Where the hell did you go, dude? Damn it. Oh, there he is. He despawned. Wait. What the? I'm freaking out. There, Blackwall.
Yes?
What is that about? Thoughts on the Inquisition?
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I expected more. More men, better equipment. You may have Andraste's favor, but wars are won by men, soldiers.
Okay, why war at all? Wars are won in many ways, that's obvious. Why war at all? Yeah, we'll say that.
Avoiding war altogether would be ideal.
True enough. Still, it never hurts to be prepared. One thing I will say about your men. They're passionate, devoted. You inspire them. Build on that foundation, and you will have an army that makes nations tremble.
Okay, we still have more things here. Thoughts on my inner circle. Yeah, let's do this.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
You're eyeing the Lady Seeker, aren't you?
Ooh.
I can see why.
Maybe.
She's definitely
Little.
striking. A little stern, though.
Any advice? A little, don't gossip. Any advice?
You're experienced, I assume. Got any tips?
If I say the wrong thing, she'll probably have my head.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Cassandra is a warrior. That's all she's ever known. But that's not all there is to life. Show her that.
Oh, that's sweet. What about our cause that we're dealing with? Yeah, how about that?
What do you think of the Inquisition's cause?
Restoring order is a goal I support wholeheartedly. But that's not the end of it, is it? Not by a half. The Lady Seeker believes we are restoring the Chantry. Others say it needs reform. I don't know where you stand on the matter, and I'll admit I haven't made up my mind either.
Awesome. Love you too, Blackwall. That's great. What about Haven?
What do you think of Haven?
It's a war camp that was once a pilgrim's refuge. It's the state of the world, though, isn't it? Holy ground turned into a battlefield. Pity about that temple. Would have been nice to see it.
Oh, well, we saw it once, right? Your thoughts on the war in general?
What do you think about all this trouble between the mages and Templars?
Looking at it from where we stand, it seems inevitable. But that could be hindsight. How many of us actually saw it coming? Either way, I don't think the Chantry will ever recover.
That's quite an opinion. Thoughts on my advisors?
What do you think of my advisors?
Leliana seems nice. Also a little frightening, but mostly nice.
Okay, you're afraid of her. No one's watching. Spy masters aren't nice. I'm gonna say spy masters aren't nice.
Nice doesn't make you spy master.
Yes, but why offend a lady? Let's just go with nice. I don't want to wake up with a blade in my kidneys if I can help it.
Oh, so he's smart. I want to try one more time. Does he talk about somebody else in the inner circle?
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Have you seen the stories Varric's been writing? His descriptions of me are colorful, to say the least.
That's fun. One more. Inner circle.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Sarah doesn't know who she is or what she wants, and doesn't even care.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Sarah doesn't know who she is or what she wants.
And there he goes.
And there he goes. Yes, I'm out of here.
Good day to you.
Good day to you, mate. Let's talk to Krem one more time.
What can I do for you?
How can we use you? Tell me about the Chargers. Did we ever ask her about the Chargers?
Can we talk about the Bull's Chargers?
Best company you'll find from here to the Anderfells. In my time with the Chief, we've gone up against everything from bandits to magic trees.
Magic trees.
We're expensive, but you'll never doubt we're worth it. Want to know anything in particular?
What are your abilities?
Do the Chargers specialize in anything from a tactical standpoint?
Bull doesn't want us large enough to work as an army. We're better as shock troops, as skirmishers. We've got archers for hitting enemy infantry, Dalish with more archery, and Skinner and her people on the flanks.
Magic?
Rocky handles fortifications and traps, and Stitches keeps us all fighting. They mostly hold back. I'll lead the frontline fighters with Grim, and the Chief goes wherever he can hit something.
Awesome. Tell me of an interesting job.
You said something about everything from bandits to magic trees. I'll admit to some curiosity.
Right. Sylvans. That's what Dalish called them. Apparently spirits can possess trees, too. Some noble in the Dales, and they really don't like it when you call them Dalish nobles, had a haunted forest. His family had abandoned the land, but he wanted it back. The Chief bought us all axes, and in we went. Between the axes and the torches, the Sylvans weren't too bad. Worst part was the squirrels.
The squirrels. And do you follow rules? Speaking of which, do I have it? Yeah. I do have it here. This is my little squirrel. I flip him out. We actually found him and washed him and put him up here. So I love my little squirrel. Anyways, do you follow the rules?
Are there rules for how mercenaries operate?
If you don't want some noble to treat you like bandits, yes. There's also a code of conduct most companies hold to. Keeps things civilized on the battlefield. We accept surrenders for ransom from mercenaries, nobles, and soldiers wearing a lord's colors. Our prisoners are treated well, injuries tended.
We'd want the same for any of ours who got captured.
Exactly.
We'll talk later.
Exactly. You got to do it so that hopefully the same is done to you. Hold on. Let's choose a different mount here. There's hearts. There's how many exotics do we have? The Bog Unicorn. The Oathbound Steed. The Avar Warnug. No, we're going to go Warnug. There we go. Just have him sitting out here, and if we do choose to pick him up. I do want to talk to, I don't know who's going to actually have conversations for us, is what I'm thinking. We've kind of played this out a little bit on some of them. Oh, are you with anyone? Why did the Templars leave? Anything I should know? Tell me about your colleagues. Tell me about yourself. Didn't we kind of get into this?
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
That's what changed.
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions. That I'm here is proof of that. But I sympathize with their frustrations.
Right. We should be able to empathize too, but anything I should know? Are you with anyone? Tell me about yourself. Anything I should know.
Is there anything I should know?
The Lord Seeker's actions are a mystery, but the Templars will aid us. They cannot sit idle while the breach remains.
We have to decide. We could go one way or the other. I still haven't completely decided. I think you guys think I'm going to go completely with the mage side, but I feel like there's still context. Until I make the decision, we'll leave it somewhat up in the air. Let's say I'm leaning mage, definitely. Anything I should know? Tell me about yourself. Did we already get that
I should get to know you better. We're working together, after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
How to act for Eldon. My esteemed Lady Sidonia, I'd like to take full responsibility for Lady Marchaletti's odd behavior of late. You see, we recently began the study of history. I thought that it would do the young mistress some good to be exposed to all Theodosian cultures and not just Orlais. It was a foolish thought. Regrettably, our dear daughter has taken a particular interest in Ferelden folklore. She first developed an affinity for King Calenhad, which seems to have devolved into borderline infatuation. She started at me eyes wide when I told her how he unified the barbarians with his allegedly incomparable might and charisma. Every time I tried to move the lesson onto something more important, she insisted I tell her again about Calenhad, how the Fereldans say his hair was twice as yellow as the sun, and his chin was more chiseled than the tallest peak in the Frostbacks. Twice now I've had to tear down drawings she's tacked up in her bedroom of the man shirtless. Then we moved on to the werewolves, which was even worse. As you may already know, the Fereldans venerate the folk heroes Dane and Hafter. Dane was said to have been a werewolf, and Hafter to have descended from one. No enlightened man or woman could ever view such beast people with anything but revulsion. But you know Fereldans and their love of wildlife. Unfortunately, these tales of the wolfmen set the little mistress's imagination afire. When she suggested we put on a play for you and her lord father, I could not say no. I'm afraid that's why Marchalette was running through the mansion wearing wet furs and frightening the chambermaids. She was rehearsing a scene in which Hafter drives back the Darkspawn. I've been informed that some priceless family heirlooms were destroyed amidst all that confusion, and I cannot fully express my dismay. I understand if my abject failure as a tutor results in my immediate dismissal, a letter from Brother Bernard to his former employer. Why did that even? Just because he's from Ferelden?
I grew up in Ferelden, near Honleith. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
Okay. You were away a long time. Varric's from Kirkwall. You were away a long time.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
Okay. Tell me about the Blight.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
Right. What happened at the Circle? Well, yeah, I think
What happened at the Circle Tower?
Few who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
He's traumatized.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad.
Awesome.
Other than that, it was fine.
Tell me about the rebellion.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
How did it end?
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you, Cullen.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
That's awesome.
I'll let you return to your work.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
I do. And I want to double check with Cassandra now.
Great.
Anything new? I don't know that we do. Let's talk about the Chantry. Let's go with that. Hold on.
May I ask you about the Chantry?
It is difficult to say what becomes of the Chantry now. They have no Templars, no leadership, and no one left who is worthy of succeeding the Divine. It has fallen apart when everyone needs it the most. I ache to think what this will mean in the days to come.
Oh, well, we're going to find out. Will there be a new Divine? Ooh. Should the Chantry be saved? Let's go with that
Do you really
first.
believe the Chantry is worth preserving?
If you ask my opinion, it is. Absolutely. Cast the Chantry aside and new problems replace old ones. We will have learned nothing from history. The people need stability, and the Chantry needs a new purpose. Andraste had a dream for us. It can still be achieved.
Okay, but I think just having order and peace among people means that we have to project a fairy tale that we don't know that is true, but we're going to tell everybody it's true, and you have to accept Andraste and the Maker. It's crazy. Will there be a new Divine? Why did you leave the Chantry? That's all for now. What's this new purpose, right?
So what should that new purpose be?
A dedication to what is truly important.
A reformation?
Instead of building cathedrals and sewing gowns for the Divine, the Chantry used to spend its coin feeding the poor. If we are
Absolutely.
to spread the Maker's word across the world, we must do so with open hearts and open hands.
You sound like an idealist, which is awesome. And we're going to go with that, yeah.
That sounds rather idealistic of you.
Does it? I do not think it's so unachievable. The Chantry has many good, honest people. They just need direction and inspiration. They need to be freed from centuries of adherence to tradition and ceremony. A chance for renewal is at our fingertips. It does not have to come with utter chaos.
Oh, I dig me some Cassandra. Let's go through. Who is Chancellor Roderick?
What influence does Chancellor Roderick really wield?
He's a bureaucrat, responsible for communicating the Divine's will to the rest of the Chantry. Therefore, he's accustomed to the clerics hanging on his every word, hoping his influence will benefit them. Despite that, Roderick is not a bad man. He's frightened, and believes his place is to fill the gap left by Most Holy's death. Some might agree. As far down the chain of command as he is, there is no one left above him.
Ooh, will he be a problem?
How big a problem could he be?
No more than he is already. He sent his message to the College of Clerics. That is the only card he had to play. Dealing with him further only lends him credibility he doesn't deserve.
Cool. Well, I'll take your word for that. Will there be a new Divine?
Will the Chantry replace Divine Justinia?
They will try. Once the priests withdraw for the Grand Consensus, it is against Chantry law for them to emerge without naming a new Divine.
White smoke.
Sometimes it takes days, or weeks, or even months. The problem now is that no clear successor to Justinia exists. All worthy clerics died with her at the Conclave.
And what if they don't agree? Will it just take years?
So what happens if they can't agree on someone?
Theoretically, they will argue until exhaustion takes them or they see reason. Practically, however, if the grand consensus goes on too long, the Chantry will crumble. Any cleric with ambition but little sense will see this as her one chance, and plenty of such clerics exist. We shall see what happens. The Inquisition must act in the meantime.
Would you serve a new divine who's elected?
If they do choose a new divine, will you serve her?
That depends on whether she would have me. I am a rebel now, remember? And even if she would, I do not know. It would depend on what type of divine she is. I am no longer in a position to follow blindly, and no new divine could expect such obedience now.
Awesome. Well, why did you leave the Chantry, period? Right.
I'm surprised you rebelled against the Chantry.
I left my own order when they took the wrong path. It is no different. But in neither case did I stop caring. Indeed, I care so much that I feel drastic action is necessary. I suppose history shall one day judge my actions.
Oh, I love this. This was great.
Thank you.
I just want to double check with her. We got that loot there, but
Greetings.
let's see. Tell me about yourself. I don't think.
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
What happened to your brother? That's all for now.
I'll let you get back to work.
She's not ready to talk about the brother. We're going to leave that. But what has been sitting here the whole time? Let's see. Okay, I want to go over and talk to the bull. I figured he might have some more to talk to us. The others I was thinking I didn't know.
What can I do for you?
Tell me about Qunari. Why the name? Well, we'll go back.
I'd like to know more about the Qunari.
You writing a book?
I want to know more about you. They sound interesting. They're a potential threat. No, they sound interesting, we'll say.
What I've heard about them sounds fascinating.
What you've heard was mostly horse shit. All right. What do you want to know?
Oh my god. Here we go. What is it growing up? If all Thetis fell to the Qun, day-to-day life. How do they govern?
How do the Qunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Qunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Qunari safe from outside threats.
Is there much dissent?
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Olay, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Qunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight. Or kill you.
Right. I love it. Do you not marry?
I heard there's no marriage among the Qunari.
Yeah, that's true. Qunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Qunari don't have sex?
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
What? Really?
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
You don't know true passion. Oh, I mean, we could play it. I'm not going to play it this way, but sounds great. That's bizarre. I don't know what to say. I'm just going to say I don't know what to say.
That sounds different.
Yep. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads.
Redheads. Always redheads.
Redheads.
That's funny. Day-to-day life for you.
How is everyday life different for Qunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Valroyo gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Qun. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
Awesome. Except that baker isn't free. I'm going to say that, but let's see what he says to that.
It can't be exactly the same. The Qunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Valroyo has? Life isn't about freedom. The baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her 'cause it's stale? Same crap in Valroyo. People are just people.
Hell yeah. How was it growing up?
What's it like growing up under the Qun?
The Temasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers, or Chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasrath.
Okay, so no families. You must have been proud you didn't choose your job. You must have been proud? I don't know if it's pride, you just have your place in it. We'll ask that one.
It must have been a good day for you.
Yes, it's like being a block of stone with a sculptor working on you. One day, the last of the crap gets knocked off, and you can see your real shape. What you're supposed to be. That's a good day.
Interesting. And if Thedas fell to the Qun?
Do you ever think about what would happen if the Qunari conquered Orlais or Eldon?
Some folks, like Cassandra or Cullen, would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages... Can you imagine Solus trying his fade dreaming under the Qun? Or Vivian doing her political bullshit? Both Sarah and Varric would mouth off until they ended up re-educated, drugged until their minds broke. So, to answer your question, no, I don't think about it much at all.
or enough, right?
The word Qunari, is that the race or the religion?
Both, right?
Both. Kind of. The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari.
Okay.
The Qunari who break away from the Qun are Talvasha, deserters.
And those who predate the Qun.
What about Qunari who existed before the Qun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kossith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kossith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they are.
That's awesome. So much good information.
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
Later, Bull. Unlock the Qunari Temasrans. Is this the teachers or women in general? Nanny Goodwin lay on the hard stones of the Kirkwall docks until the tailors left with her purse. As she struggled to her feet, a large gray hand reached down to help her. It was one of the Qunari, the great horned giants who had come to live in the city. I thank you, said Nanny Goodwin hesitantly, looking for her satchel. I did not know the docks were so dangerous, or I would have asked for one of Lord G's guards to accompany me as I brought healing herbs for the children. You are a Tamarasan, said the Qunari. Under the Qun, no sailor would accost you. Why are you here? I am but Lord G's nanny, Nanny Goodwin said, and Lord G did not believe me when I told him that the children needed healing herbs, so I was forced to buy them myself. Under the Qun, said the Qunari, Temasrans are trusted and listened to when caring for the children, and any healing herbs they needed would be provided. Why did Lord G not attend your words? He is a noble, Nanny Goodwin said, and I am merely a servant who cares for his children. She shifted her shawl to hide the bruises the sailors had given her, as well as the bruises Lord G himself had left. Oh yeah, because there's no slavery, right? Under the Qun, said the Qunari, all are equal, and no Temasran thinks herself a mere anything. Nanny Goodwin bid the Qunari good day and returned to Hightown with much to think about. An excerpt from The Lies of the Nobles, The Truth of the Qun, author unknown. Man, learned so much good stuff about like the Qun in this episode and the last one, I feel like. Oh, this is great. Okay, well, we need to head up here. We need to maybe go to the war room, check in on some stuff, and then head back out and start like building up this Inquisition some more. And let's do it all in the next episode.